Hey guys, welcome back to Sleep Drift Tales. Tonight we drift into another boring history sleep story. This time, the setting is a Tibetan monastery high in the mountains. A place of stone paths, fluttering prayer flags, and endless silence. If you'd like, you can subscribe before we begin. And let me know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? And what time is it right now? It's always calming to see this little community connecting across so many different places. So settle in, let the rain and fire sounds surround you, and allow yourself to drift off quickly with this relaxing story from the past. The stone road winds upward through the mist. Each step echoes against the rock. The path has been walked for 800 years. Pilgrims move slowly along the narrow trail. Their feet scrape against the worn stones. The sound is steady and rhythmic. Cold wind brushes past their robes. The mountain air grows thinner with each step. Breathing becomes deeper and more deliberate. Prayer flags flutter in the distance. Red and yellow cloth dances against grey sky. The path curves around massive boulders. Water drips from moss-covered rocks. The sound is constant and soothing, like quiet brown noise in the wilderness. Wooden walking sticks tap against stone. Each pilgrim carries a small bundle, food and blankets wrapped in rough cloth. The journey takes many days. Rain begins to fall in gentle drops. The water pools in small crevices. It runs down the mountainside in thin streams. The pilgrims pull their hoods forward. The monastery appears through the mist. Stone walls rise from the mountainside. Wooden gates stand closed and silent. Prayer flags wave from every corner. For centuries, this place has welcomed travelers. The same stones, the same gates, the same quiet welcome. History moves slowly in these mountains. Now the pilgrims pause at the entrance. They bow their heads in respect. The wooden doors creak open slowly. Sandaled feet step across the threshold. A monk in maroon robes greets each visitor. His voice is soft and measured, words of welcome spoken in ancient tradition. The gate closes behind them. Inside the walls, the world becomes quieter. Stone courtyards stretch in all directions. Prayer wheels turn in the gentle breeze. The sound of metal on wood is rhythmic. The pilgrims are led to simple quarters, stone rooms with wooden floors. Small windows look out toward the valley. Butter lamps flicker on low tables. Time passes slowly in this place. The urgent world feels distant. Here there is only stone and silence, only prayer and quiet contemplation. Bells ring across the monastery grounds. The sound echoes off mountain walls. It fades slowly into the mist. Evening approaches with gentle darkness. The pilgrims settle into their simple rooms. Blankets are unfolded on narrow beds. Butter tea steams in small cups. The day's journey is complete. Outside the windows, rain continues falling, drop by drop on ancient stones. The mountain accepts this offering. Water runs down carved channels. Let the story continue through these quiet halls. Let the rain sounds bring deeper rest. The monastery holds all who seek shelter. The stone path grows empty as darkness falls. Only the sound of water remains, dripping from roof edges, running down mountain slopes. The ancient road waits for tomorrow's pilgrims, and the monastery drifts into evening silence. The monastery walls rise 30 feet high. Each stone was cut by hand centuries ago. Monks labored for decades building these foundations. The work was slow and methodical. Morning light touches the eastern wall first. Grey stone becomes golden in the sun. Prayer flags cast colored shadows. Red and yellow patterns dance on rock. The main gate stands 12 feet tall. Heavy wooden doors bound with iron. The wood is dark from mountain weather. Rain and snow have aged it slowly. Iron hinges creak when the doors open. The sound echoes through morning stillness. Monks pass through in single file. Their sandals scrape on stone thresholds. Prayer flags stretch between wooden poles. Hundreds of small cloth rectangles, each one printed with sacred words. The wind carries their prayers upward. The flags flutter constantly in mountain breezes, blue for sky, white for air, red for fire, green for water, yellow for earth. Small courtyards connect the main buildings. Stone pathways lead between halls. Everything is built from local rock, grey granite and dark slate. Water channels run along every walkway. Rain flows through these carved gutters. The sound is constant and peaceful, like quiet brown noise through stone. Now monks begin their morning tasks, sweeping courtyards with rough brooms. The scraping sound is rhythmic. Dust settles on wet stones. Wooden doors slide open throughout the complex. Each building has its purpose. Prayer halls, living quarters, kitchen spaces, storage rooms. The architecture follows ancient patterns. Every angle has meaning. Every door faces a sacred direction. Nothing was built without careful thought. Stone steps lead up to prayer halls, each step worn smooth by countless feet. Generations of monks have climbed these stairs. The stone remembers every footfall. Prayer wheels line the outer walls, large bronze cylinders filled with mantras. Monks spin them while walking past. Each turn releases sacred words. The spinning makes a gentle humming sound. Metal bearings turn smoothly in stone sockets. This sound has continued for centuries. It blends with wind and distant bells. Now visitors explore the quiet spaces. They move slowly between buildings, speaking in hushed voices. The stone walls absorb every sound. Small shrines occupy corner spaces. Butter lamps burn before carved figures. The flames flicker but never die. Someone tends them day and night. Time passes slowly within these walls. Hours feel like gentle moments. The outside world seems distant. Here there is only stone and silence. Rain begins falling on the courtyards. Each drop strikes stone with tiny sounds. Thousands of small impacts. The monastery accepts this offering. Water flows through the carved channels, following paths cut centuries ago, down steep slopes toward the valley. The mountain guides every stream. Monks continue their quiet work. Rain does not interrupt their routine. They have faced mountain weather for 800 years. Let the story continue through these sacred spaces. Let the rain sounds bring deeper peace. The monastery walls protect all within. Evening approaches with gradual darkness. Prayer flags grow still in calmer air. The wooden gates remain firmly closed. Water drips steadily from stone edges, and the monastery walls settle into night. The monastery bell rings before dawn. 3 deep tones echo off stone walls. Monks wake in their simple cells. The day begins with ancient ritual. Maroon robes are folded carefully. Each monk dresses in the same way. Movements are slow and deliberate. Everything follows established patterns. Sandaled feet move through dark corridors. Stone floors are cold and smooth. The sound of walking echoes softly. 40 monks walk toward the prayer hall. Wooden doors slide open with gentle sounds. The prayer hall fills with quiet figures. Each monk takes his assigned place. Cushions wait on polished floors. Butter lamps cast flickering light. Dozens of small flames dance together. The air smells of burning yak butter. Shadows move across painted walls. Chanting begins with a single voice. Low tones rise from deep breathing. Other voices join the sacred sounds. Tibetan words flow like mountain streams. The chanting continues for 1 hour. Each breath is controlled and steady. Voices blend into harmonic layers. The sound fills every stone corner. Now the monks move to morning tasks. Some tend the butter lamps. Others prepare the daily meal. Each has his designated work. Tea preparation requires careful attention. Water boils in large copper pots. Salt and butter are added slowly. The mixture is churned by hand. The churning makes rhythmic sounds. Wooden paddles strike metal sides. This process takes 30 minutes. The tea becomes thick and nourishing. Steam rises from the copper vessels. The kitchen fills with warm vapors. Monks work in complete silence. Only the sounds of preparation. Bowls are arranged on wooden tables. Each monk receives the same portion. Butter tea steams in ceramic cups. Barley flour is mixed with tea. The meal is eaten in silence. Only quiet sounds of drinking. Ceramic touching wooden surfaces. Breathing between small sips. After eating, the monks return to work. Some copy sacred texts. Others maintain the buildings. Each task is done with full attention. Scriptures are written on long paper strips. Black ink flows from bamboo brushes. Each character is drawn perfectly. The work progresses slowly. Copying one page takes several hours. Monks spend months on single texts. The work continues year after year. Knowledge is preserved through careful writing. Now the afternoon brings meditation time. Monks sit in the prayer hall. Cushions arranged in precise rows. Silence fills the sacred space. Butter lamps continue their gentle flickering, the only movement in stillness. 40 monks breathe in unison. The mountain air flows through narrow windows. Time moves differently during meditation. Minutes feel like hours. Hours pass like moments. The monastery exists outside normal time. Outside, the rain continues falling, drop by drop on stone courtyards. The sound blends with quiet breathing, like brown noise through the halls. Let the story continue through these daily rhythms. Let the routine bring deeper calm. The monastery follows its ancient pattern. Evening prayers begin as light fades. Voices join again in sacred chanting. The day ends as it began, with worship and quiet devotion, and the daily rhythm settles into night. The meditation hall grows completely still. 40 monks sit in perfect rows. Breathing becomes the only sound. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Butter lamps flicker along the walls. Small flames dance in brass holders. Their light wavers, but never fails. Someone tends them every hour. Wooden cushions support each figure. Maroon robes drape over crossed legs. Hands rest in traditional positions. Spines are straight and stable. The silence deepens with each breath. Thoughts settle like mountain snow. The mind becomes clear and calm. Time loses all meaning here. Now wind moves through narrow windows. Cool air flows across stone floors. Prayer flags flutter outside the glass. Their movement is barely visible. The monks sit without moving. Hours pass in complete stillness. Only the rise and fall of breathing. Only the flicker of lamp flames. Rain begins tapping on the windows. Gentle drops against cold glass. The sound is soft and rhythmic. like quiet brown noise from the sky. Each raindrop makes a tiny sound, hundreds of small percussion notes. The monastery receives this mountain gift, water flowing down from clouds. Meditation continues through the rainfall. The monks are undisturbed by weather. They have sat through countless storms, rain and wind and mountain snow. The lamp flames grow smaller as oil burns low. A monk rises quietly to tend them. His movements are slow and careful. Fresh butter fills each holder. New flames spring to life immediately. Light returns to the meditation hall. Shadows dance on painted walls. The silence remains unbroken. Now the afternoon grows longer. Light fades gradually outside. The windows become squares of grey sky. Evening approaches with patient steps. Some monks have not moved for hours. Their breathing is barely visible. Deep states of inner stillness. The mountain holds them in peace. Wind increases outside the windows. Prayer flags snap in stronger gusts. The sound is distant and muffled. Inside there is only silence. The stone walls protect this sacred space. No outside noise disturbs the meditation. Only the sound of careful breathing. Only the flicker of ancient flames. Time flows differently in this hall. Past and future disappear. There is only this breath, only this moment of stillness. Rain continues its gentle tapping. Water runs down glass surfaces. Small streams form and disappear. The mountain guides every drop. The monks remain in perfect stillness. Their practice continues hour by hour. This silence has lasted centuries. Generation after generation of seekers. Butter lamps begin to dim again. The oil burns steadily through evening. Fresh supplies wait on wooden shelves. The light will never completely die. Now one bell rings across the grounds. A single clear tone in silence. The meditation session nears its end. Movement returns gradually to the hall. Monks uncross their legs slowly. Standing requires careful balance. Hours of stillness make movement precious. Each step is deliberate and mindful. The meditation hall empties in silence. Sandaled feet move toward doorways. The sound of walking returns. Stone floors echo with gentle footsteps. Let the story continue through these hours of stillness. Let the silence bring deeper rest. The monastery holds space for perfect quiet. Evening settles over the mountain halls. Rain sounds grow softer on the windows. The meditation cushions wait empty. Lamp flames flicker in solitude, and the hours of silence drift into night. Darkness comes slowly to the monastery. The last light fades from narrow windows. Lamps are extinguished one by one. Night settles over stone walls. Monks complete their evening prayers. Voices fade into mountain silence. Wooden doors close throughout the complex. The day's work is finished. Sandaled feet move through darkened halls. Each monk returns to his cell. Stone floors are cold beneath their steps. Corridors echo with quiet movement. Simple, sleeping chambers line the halls. Each room contains basic necessities: a narrow bed, a water basin, a small wooden table. Maroon robes are folded carefully, the same way every evening. Movements are slow and methodical. Everything follows ancient routine. The monastery grows quieter with each moment. Voices disappear into silence. Only the sound of distant wind, only the drip of mountain rain. Butter lamps burn in the main halls. Their flames grow smaller through the night. Someone will tend them before dawn. The light continues its patient vigil. Rain increases on the monastery roofs. Water flows through carved gutters. The sound echoes off stone walls, like gentle brown noise through darkness. Now the monks settle into sleep. Rough blankets cover tired bodies. Breathing becomes deep and regular. The mountain embraces their rest. Wind moves through empty courtyards. Prayer flags flutter in darkness. Their colors are invisible now, but they continue their sacred dance. Stone walls hold the accumulated silence. 800 years of quiet nights. The monastery exists in timeless peace. History sleeps within these halls. Wooden doors remain closed and secure. No one moves through the corridors. Only the sound of steady breathing. Only the whisper of mountain wind. The rain continues its patient work, drop by drop on ancient stones. Water runs down carved channels, following paths cut centuries ago. In the meditation hall, cushions wait empty. Butter lamps flicker without watchers. Shadows dance on painted walls. The silence is complete and perfect. Prayer wheels stop their turning. No hands guide their sacred motion. They rest between the monastery walls, waiting for tomorrow's prayers. The kitchen stands ready for morning. Copper pots wait on cold stoves. Tea bowls are stacked on wooden shelves. Everything prepared for dawn. Now the mountain settles into darkness. Mist rises from the valleys below. The monastery floats in this cloud sea, isolated and protected. Rain sounds grow softer on the roofs. The storm moves toward distant peaks. Only gentle drops remain, tapping quietly on stone and wood. The sleeping monks breathe in unison. 40 sets of lungs rise and fall. This rhythm has continued for centuries. The mountain counts each breath. Wind carries the sound of distant bells. Other monasteries hidden in darkness. Their night prayers echo across valleys. Sacred sounds in the mountain air. The monastery holds its vigil through darkness. Stone walls protect the sleeping figures. Ancient traditions continue their patient work. Time moves slowly through these halls. Butter lamp flames grow smaller. Oil burns steadily through the night. Fresh supplies wait for morning light. The flame will never die completely. Now silence deepens throughout the complex. Even the wind grows quieter. Rain fades to occasional drops. The mountain prepares for deepest night. Prayer flags hang still in calm air. Their bright colors sleep in darkness. They will dance again with morning light. For now they rest against wooden poles. Let the story end in perfect silence. Let the monastery find complete rest. Let the mountain hold this sacred peace. The sleeping chambers fill with quiet breathing. The halls stretch empty and still. Rain sounds fade to gentle whispers. The monastery grows silent, and the mountain drifts into sleep.